shame, all of the fear, all of the sadness, the total scope of it, and how it has affected both your life and the lives of others, and how you look to the world and how the world sees you. The rawness of this changes you. It strips away the facade. This same thing would happen to Jesus. Jesus would come and would give monumental gifts by default. But it would be the betrayal. It would be the stripping away of the facade if he had it. The seeing people for who they are and dealing with that. And not being able to change that in them. No words you speak to them are able to change that in them. You being able to pinpoint the reason why it cannot change it. That aspect of you being able to capture that data is reason enough for his manifestation. You see, if you're looking at Jesus's life as directly related to this physical world, what I mean by that is, if you're looking at the purpose of Jesus coming directly related to the physical world, you're missing it. Jesus coming and giving gifts, he gave much because he received much. He gave fundamental nuggets of information for all those willing to take of them. Yet, for him giving that, he received such vital information that he would no longer need to come back to this. He would graduate from this by way of the experiences and the information that he gathered just from giving. It would make him useful in the spiritual realm, in the invisible realm. My Father's house, there are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to make a place for you, so that where I am, you are also. He's graduated. David could not do it. Why could David not do it? Because David was a man of war. And this was the primary reason why God could not anoint David as a priest. He couldn't. This was why God could not allow David to build his house. Because if strong enough, ruthless enough, powerful enough, evil will overcome good. It will. Evil will work day and night to overcome good, friend. But evil can never overcome righteous. There's a difference between good and righteous. Good is subjective. Your enemy may be able to justify the wicked that they do and consider it good. Good is subjective to perspective. But you cannot manipulate righteousness. Righteousness, friend, is not subjective. It's the law. It's the law that we're all bound to Thank God. It is the foundation of it all. Everybody has to align to the law. And if you don't align to the law, you are outside of the law. Point blank. This is the part. It is purpose that we must look at when we decide if one has prevailed or one has lost. Because surely the world can create another Genghis Khan. We see in the world today much trouble and much turbulence going on in the world amongst men and women. It would not fool any of us or surprise us one bit for there to be a Genghis Khan come about. There have been somewhat many of them in the past that have mimicked some of the activities that Genghis Khan exemplified, or that Genghis Khan acted upon. Let's just say that. That's nothing to do that. That is trauma. That is projecting from trauma. That is creating an environment in the world based upon traumatic experiences that you have had. Aggression will overcome moderation. So you have no choice but to be like them. I wrote this down because I thought about it. When you have all these things stacked up, it makes you feel like, okay, I got to go fight fire with fire. I got to go and do this like everybody else. This was the problem that started in the garden. If you don't create weapons of war and your neighbors and everybody else has them, all they're going to do is come upon you and attack you with these weapons of war. It became the lifestyle. It became the norm. Regardless of how good of a person you are, regardless of how righteous you were, even the righteous need a weapon. Because if you're righteous and you're standing in righteousness and an unrighteous situation comes upon you, you must defend that which is yours. This is your right as a sovereign being. After you get beyond good and evil, when you go to righteousness, when you stand at the feet of righteousness, and one comes upon you, looking to infringe themselves upon you, and in no way am I taking any stance on any kind of political situation or world event. I'm not making any alignment at all to that. I'm speaking to biblical perspectives, and I'm speaking to righteousness and as a foundation to that, and how it shows itself in many scenarios that we experience in life, regardless to good or evil. If each person manages their own kingdom and aligns properly and stands in their own level of righteousness of God, when that which is foreign comes upon you, you have every right in the world to protect yourself. You have every right in the world to put up barriers of buffers and boundaries so that you establish space and a demarcation point between you and them. And if those areas or those points of interest are crossed, you have every right to defend yourself with whatever level of weaponry that you have. Adam and Eve had already learned how to create weapons. The job had been done. The information had been given. Now it's time for them to iron out how they use these weapons. It's time for them to iron out at what level do they go to in invoking these weapons for defense. They would work out, do I defend myself only with these weapons? Oh, okay, I can do that. I use it in defense. I could also use it being an aggressor. I can also use it in establishing dominance over people that are weaker than me or people that haven't done anything to me. They would need to work all of these things out. And they would. Because we would arrive at the place that we are today, where all of us know right from wrong. Yet we all haven't evolved within our own selves to stand in the righteous component that is within us. Many of us block that component, and we look to be the aggressors or the people looking to harm others for selfish gain. And those others would use the same weapons to protect themselves from those that are looking to encroach. Good versus evil. Yet they all bow to the feet of righteousness. They all must bow at the feet of righteousness.